Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dialar's Twi'lek Tactics. So it is Tuesday night, and yesterday we went over the teaser for Anpu, the new summoner coming on Thursday. And today, as is their style, on the Facebook page they dropped his kit as well as a little mini video, which you see behind me, which we're gonna watch right now. How cool is that? All right, where's my face? All right, you can shut up. Okay. All right, so that's a little intro. So kudos to Eternal Evolution for doing that. It was very, very quick, 18 seconds, but you basically got like kind of a little visual introduction into Anpu. Now, we discussed his faction, what he is, etc. yesterday. If you didn't catch it, he is an Atlas summoner, which is needed because we need more SSS Atlas characters because we don't have anything in faction mind currently that is very good. Well, I shouldn't say that. We got Skur and Hattie, but that's all we got. That's not true either. We got Nautilus. And we've got other people, but we need another OP SSS character, right? There we go. Okay, there we go. So let's go over his kit real quick. Hopefully that music is loud enough in the background, but not overpowering. So, yes, death will be available in the new version, which is Thursday morning, or bright and early. I think it's like 3 a.m. Central Time. You can recruit him with limited tickets after the update. Check out his skills below and tell us what you think. Okay, so let's discuss his kit, and let's just kind of think this through about our initial thoughts, or my initial thoughts on Anpu. So his ultimate, Scale of Justice. Actually, let's see if we can't. Let's find that. There we go. Let's leave it right there. There's Anpu. Okay. Scale of Justice. So Anpu summons the Scale of Justice. I'm assuming that's kind of what what he's got in his hand. I don't know. That looks like a scepter to me, but whatever. Inflicting 450% attack as damage to all enemies within 8 meters. Now, 8 meters. So, if you think of Boda, she's got a 3-meter circle around her, which is her attack buff. And usually she can maybe reach the person that's in the same row. But, so if you imagine that about 3 times bigger, it's going to be big. It's going to be more than half the screen. But say if you're at the back and say Crete has or Leo has pushed themselves way forward, those enemies that are surrounding them are not going to get hit. So it won't reach the full. It's not the full map, but it is a fairly significant sized radius. 8 meters in this game is quite big. And detonating all soul guards, which are his summons on the battlefield. Enemies that are damaged by this skill have a 50% base chance. Okay, so 50% base chance. And this is where they've done some little tweaking in his kit. Most of his abilities and skills, and I do believe exclusive, are modified by accuracy. So now we're actually going to be able to use some accuracy gear. So 50% base chance modified by accuracy to be stunned for 3 seconds. So it's a coin flip if you have 0 accuracy. If you got 125, 135 more, obviously there's a higher chance of everyone being AoE stunned. Now 8 meters is the attack. It doesn't say whether or not. Oh wait, does it say this skill cannot be cast on those enemies in range? It doesn't say the radius of the soul guards when they explode and the skill. I'm just going to assume, reading this, that it is also in the 8 meters. So he's going to throw out this circle over 8 meters, and any soul guards within it and any enemies within it are going to get caught up in the attack. This skill cannot be cast when there are no enemies in range, and very important passive effect, damage inflicted by Anpu cannot crit. So that tells us right off the bat, or his ultimate tells us right off the bat, that he needs accuracy, and he does not need crit chance or crit damage. So Overload or Sun Signet. Don't got to worry about those substats. Talent. When this skill is cast, refresh the cooldown of Soul Guard. So basically, immediately after he does his ultimate and explodes his summons, he's going to summon more summons. So he's not going to be without summons on the battlefield. This will trigger his basic skill, which is his summon, and you're going to get a couple more Soul Guards on the field. So let's talk about that basic skill. Soul Guard. Anpu summons a Soul Guard in front of him up to a max of 1. That is going to be 2 with the talent modifier. We'll just read it right now. Increase the max and summon Soul Guards to 2. So he's going to do his ultimate. Well, actually, he's going to have Soul Guards out on the field. He's going to do his ultimate. They're going to explode. Then he's going to immediately summon more Soul Guards, which is his summon. So those guards, just like Danny, like a lot of the other summons, they're summoned with 70% of his attack and defense, along with HP equal to 1000% of his attack. So they get HP based on his attack. That tells us right there, and coupled with that no crit damage, that you want to build this guy with all hero sets with attack primaries. Although, given that a lot of his stuff is based on accuracy, you're going to want to look for accuracy substats. And I'm going to try an accuracy headpiece. So I actually have a gear set all laid out for him. It is attack primary hands, attack primary boots, accuracy primary head, and then I got accuracy substats on the rest of his gear where I can. So the Soul Guard has a 20% base chance, again modified by his accuracy, to inflict imprisonment on the target. Which, what is imprisonment, you say? It is making the target unable to move or use displacement skills for 3 seconds. Okay, so displacement skills. So obviously, if you run up, say, against a Rakana in Soul Mine, that would be a displacement skill. It's just going to keep him from doing it, from burrowing and moving. It's going to keep Leo from spinning, doing that. That's his displacement skill, which this tells me maybe they're building this guy for PvP to counter Leo somewhat. Now, it's hard to counter Leo. He's pretty damn OP, but maybe this guy, they've already sold us the problem. Now they're selling us the solution, which is a very common thing in video games. So keep in mind, the Soul Guards are their ability to inflict imprisonment is a 20% base chance modified by Anpu's accuracy. So accuracy is going to be really important. If you're not running accuracy, then you're missing a lot of this guy's kit. You're missing the AoE stun off of his ultimate, and now you're missing the imprisonment off of his summons. Passive skill. Let's just do that. There we go. Soul Collection. So when a unit on the battlefield dies, doesn't say ally, doesn't say enemy. So it could be a summon, it could be an enemy unit, could be your own summons, could be enemy summons, could be your own allies, right? Anybody. Whenever a unit on the battlefield dies, its soul is collected by Anpu, and each collected soul provides Anpu with 2% attack, stacking up to 10 times. With the talent, it's going to stack up to 15. So that is what, 20? That is 30. 30% extra attack. And keep in mind that extra attack is going to translate into more powerful Soul Guards. Nothing on accuracy on this. This just tells me, yes, build them with a lot of attack, because that is going to compound to 2% on what you already have. Number goes higher, right? And that's a passive skill. So he's just going to do that just all on his own. Just whether or not you want him to, but you want him to. So, and then he has another passive skill, Haunting. So on death, allies, so your allies, and summoned creatures. Again, that doesn't specify allies. It could be your enemy too, if you're going up against another summoning team, have an 80% chance, depending again on his accuracy, to instantly explode. Okay, now given that, I'm going to say it's allied summoned creatures, because if your enemies are exploding, that's not good. So they got an 80% or an 80% chance, depending on his accuracy again. So you're going to want some more accuracy, to instantly explode, dealing damage equal to 600% of Anpu's attack. Okay, so now let's just do a little brief calculation. So say you can get this guy up to, he's not going to have 65,000 because you're going to probably want to run accuracy on the head. So let's say 50,000 attack, right? So times that by 6. That's 300,000 damage per explosion. Right? An 80% chance. 300,000 damage per explosion. That's not bad considering like the Jaguars are going to explode doing their own damage, and now they're going to be doing more damage if you're running them with Daniel. The bear, when it goes away, wait, on death, but the bear doesn't die unless it's killed. It just goes away. So that's curious. But basically, summons and allies go boom on death. 600% of Anpu's attacked all enemies within 2 meters, so they're going to want to be in melee range, right? Which a lot of your summons will be. Hattie will be, but you don't want Hattie to die. The Soul Guards will be in melee range, and the Jaguars from Daniel are going to be in melee range, right? And say if Leo dies, he's probably going to be surrounded by enemies. He's going to go boom when he dies. To all enemies within 2 meters. Also, reduce the enemy's regeneration. I'm assuming that means, the enemy regeneration. Or enemy energy, blah, 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 by 10% for 5 seconds with a maximum 5 stacks. That's not a big deal. So I'm assuming if they go boom, 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 that you can reduce it by 50%, right, for 5 seconds, although it's going to be staggered. So 50, that just means, that might not really turn the tide of battle, but it is going to add to you or your side succeeding because they're going to have a slightly slower, 50%. If they all die at the same time, it's likely going to be like 10 or 20%, which might not be a much, but we'll take it. This damage is inflicted instantly and cannot be stopped. So, it's just going to happen. Just let it happen. Right. Talent effect. Corp Explosion does 50% more damage to enemies with a shield, which, if you remember this guy up at the top, those Soul Guardians, I do believe. Oh, people are commenting on my Facebook. Those Soul Guardians are going to do, they're going to cause displacement heroes to basically stop. And what else? Inflict imprisonment. There's something to do with displacement. I can't remember where it was. Imprisonment. Oh well. Anyway, we already know that they stop. Where is it now? To inflict imprisonment on the target, making it unable to move. Oh yeah, right here. So when they die, when attacking. Oh no, just when attacking, your Soul Guards are gonna make it so that displacement characters cannot use their displacement skills. Okay. And then now this, when they die, they're going to do 50% more damage to enemies with a shield, which... So, a lot of the displacement characters are going to get a shield when they do a displacement skill, so I don't think this is really going to do much, unless they're running with Masrani, and the back row characters get a shield, but more than likely the Soul Guardians are going to be up front on the tanks, so... Leo's not going to be able to do a displacement ability, so I don't think that this talent modifier is really going to be that OP, to tell you the truth. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot at all, but we'll see come Thursday. All right, that's his kit. Those are his skills. Now let's look at his exclusive. So this is the unlocking. So Haunting, Enhanced. Enemies affected by the corpse explosion have a base chance of 60% to receive Curse. Okay, so now they're going to get Curse. So where's Corpse Explosion? So already they're going to explode, they're going to do damage, and they're going to reduce the energy regeneration, and they're going to do more damage to people's shield. And as well, this one had an 80% chance of... have an 80% chance, yes, to explode. So they have an 80% chance to explode. They also have a 60% chance, again, modified by Anpu's accuracy, to receive Curse as well, which increases the damage. Basically, it increases the damage that subsequent corpse explosions will do by 15%, stacking up to 5 times. So they can start stacking up damage, but we'll see how effective that is. So this is just unlocking. This is the level 10, right? So this is the level 10 of the exclusive. The ultimate is enhanced. Inflict additional soul shocks, which, did it say what a soul shock was? I'm assuming soul shock is the stun. Because really, that's all that his ultimate can do. It do damage and stun people. And detonate the soul guards, which, yeah. So, inflict additional stuns. That doesn't sound right. Depending on the number of collected souls, right? So when a summon dies or a unit dies, he's going to get a collected soul. To the 2 closest enemies within 8 meters. So no, that tells me that maybe no matter what, they're going to get stunned. The 2 closest enemies to him inflict 60% of attack, collected souls +1 as damage. Enemies impacted by this skill are knocked back to a distance of 8 meters from Anpu. So, when he does his ultimate, if you have the level 10, he is going to stun the 2 characters closest to him and then knock them back. He's just be like, get the hell away from me. Beach. B-E-A-C-H. Right? You know, bring your umbrella. Which is cool. That's a nice little CC thing there. Now, the 20, Soul Collection Enhanced. Every time a soul is collected, Anpu recovers 5% of HP and 25 energy. So very good. That is good if he's on a summoner team now. Soul collection. So there's a limit though. It stacks up to 10 times. Or stacks up to 15 times. So 15, well 10 times 5 is 50%. So that's going to be 75%. So regardless of heals, he can get energy really quickly actually, because summons are going to die fairly quickly. And he can recover a maximum of 75% HP. The HP I'm not too concerned about because we do have healers. But the 25 energy times 10 is 250. And then times 15, you guys can run the math. But that's decent. I'll be curious whether or not this keeps going. Right? Because Soul Collection tops out at 15 stacks. And I don't believe they fall off. Soul Collection, when a unit on the battlefield dies, the souls collected stacking up to 10 times. Yes, maximum stack of 15. So it doesn't fall off, so that's just static. 15 times, he's going to heal himself for 5% of HP, and he's going to get 25 energy. Okay, that's the 20. And then last, the 30, you know, maxed out exclusive. Haunting Enhanced. So when an allied unit is killed or disappears, which means like a summon, they have a 15% base chance modified by accuracy to generate an additional corpse explosion. So when one of his soul guardians or soul guards dies, it can do 2 corpse explosions, but the base chance is really low. 15% base chance modified by accuracy. We don't know what modified by accuracy means yet. So there's a chance for more damage when they explode. Now, when they explode, if we look, when they explode is when they also have the chance to inflict imprisonment, making them unable to move. So, double the chance. So, 40% chance, but not really, because this thing has a 15% chance. So the chance is actually really, really low that they're going to do that. So right now, what I can gather is build them with 3 hero sets. I would go attack on the hands, attack on the feet. I would go accuracy on the head. I would look for accuracy substats and attack substats. Defense as well, because those transfer into the soul guards. And what else was I just going to say? I don't think his level 30 is needed. I don't think it's necessary because the chance is really, really low. Now, of course, you're going to want the other stats, but there's so many other better level 30s. I don't think this one is necessary, because if it automatically gave you a corpse explosion, okay, maybe there's an argument. But since it's a 15% base chance, I think the 30 is totally not needed. So Cool. All right. That is Anpu. That's his kit. I'm excited. I'm not excited for the fact that I don't have any limited tickets. Hopefully they give us a good event, which would have been in the patch notes, which we don't have yet. That'll probably come tomorrow. I can hope, but I can also purchase. But I don't want to. This may be, I do have enough, or I will have enough limited tickets for pity. And then I'll pull on them as I get them over the 2 weeks. And then it's just going to be Gene Hybrid time. So I hope you found this video interesting. I am very excited for this character because I have a really good summoner team. And I can't wait for that summoner team to get better. And yeah, put Anubis down in the comments if you made it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave any comments, concerns, whatever down in the comments. I'll respond to you because I respond to all the comments. And I'll catch you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers, peace, bye-bye.